I have a really important question. Could you turn to the defendant's Exhibit C, please? This is a text transcript. And you text her, "A basket was taken of my brother's things.
Correct.
I need it returned immediately. Brian has been living there for over a month. Someone even took his food, drinks, cleaning supplies, toiletries, etc." Now that text about a basket missing, that's pretty consistent with this photograph, where all that was really left was a basket of things.
So when Brian came in and he said, "My stuff is missing," he didn't say everything was missing. And so that's when I immediately text her. And then he said in another text message, "This place is damn near sterile." So that's when I realized, okay, it was not just his stuff. It was everything.
But what I'm wondering is you walked into the room and your first thought was a basket and my food is missing.
No, ma'am. I was kind of in shock, and I was still registering, like, why is everything gone? When I opened the door, I looked, I was like, oh, yeah, and I walked out of the room and then texted her.
And what you texted was the basket is gone.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Do you have something to say? Come on up.
Yes, thank you.
Go ahead.
The basket that Brian had were the most sentimental things, and they were the things that we were not allowed to go through. So before it was put into the basket, we went through pockets and whatnot, but they were all sentimental things.
Okay, do you see the basket? You think that that's a different random basket?
It's his dirty clothes.
All right, so you're under oath, and what you're telling me here is that
Yes.
there was another basket that was of the utmost importance that was left there.
Yes.
And that they somehow took a photograph of a different basket with different stuff in it and represented it to be what was left when they showed up. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying
I mean, that's a
yes.
huge coincidence, but that's what you're sticking with.
There is a box in here right next to the basket.
So what do you think was in that box?
I think there was a leather jacket, a black leather jacket with stripes on it. There was a black trench coat, and there was also my brother's Masonic outfit. I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
There was also a dress of Minnie Mouse that belonged to his dead wife.
So you're saying like they had been in that box, but they were taken out before this photograph was taken?
I can't say if they were in the box.
Okay.
I know that they were over in that area
Okay.
because this was Brian's area. There's more belongings that belong there. Yes.
You're thinking about a different basket.
I believe so.
Brian, was there
I
another
think
basket?
so.
Yes, Your Honor.
Was it a laundry basket? Mm-hmm. So there were two baskets.
And other boxes. These pictures are not a justification of everything that was still in that room.
Okay. All right.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you all very much.
This courtroom is now in recess.
Okay, folks, this was a really difficult one for us. First of all, we have no evidence of what was in the room at the time that it was vacated. And we really didn't believe that they would have essentially fraudulently staged a scene by removing some things, putting in other things, and then taking photographs to make it appear as if there was only clutter left. On the other hand, the fact that there wasn't better evidence was a situation created by you, Ms. Cruz, when you improperly and against the law cleaned out Danny's room when he still had a legal right to it that passed to his estate. So we're sort of left with what to do. After reviewing the text messages in the demand letter, there was proof to us by a preponderance of the evidence of certain items being there. The food that Brian left, the cleaning supplies, which were top of the mind, apparently, when you returned to the property. We believed the leather jackets and everything were there, probably in that basket. So we construed it most generously to you because we found the lack of evidence was the defendant's fault, as items left behind totaling a value of $1,500. Then, because we found that the defendant's actions were improper and no doubt caused you emotional distress, we doubled that amount to sort of accommodate for the emotional distress and to a certain extent some punitive damages. So the verdict of the court, which was unanimous, was for $3,000 in favor of the plaintiffs, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Your Honor.